For today's video, we will answer a math challenge given by one of our followers. And the question goes like this. Solve for the real value of x that satisfies this equation e raised to the power of x plus e raised to the power of 2x equals 1. Now you can pause this video if you want to give this problem a try. Now suppose you pause this video. Now let's see if you get the correct answer. So our goal in this question is to solve for the real value of x that satisfies this equation e raised to the power of x plus e raised to the power of 2x equals 1. Now, to answer this kind of question, what we're going to do is to use some laws of exponent. Now, we will focus on this term, e raised to the power of 2 times x. Now, take note, when we have b raised to the power of a times c, must be equal to b raised to the power of a raised to the power of c. Also notice that this a and c can be interchanged like this, can be written as b raised to the power of c raised to the power of a. Now, this expression right over here, we can rewrite this as e raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of x, or we can simply do like e raised to the power of x raised to the power of 2. Now, your question is why we do that? Because we have a common term, e raised to the power of x. So, before we replace this, let's rearrange some terms a little bit. And now, let's replace e raised to the power of x with another variable, and let's call this as y. So, all e raised to the power of x, we can replace this with the variable y like this. So, our equation now becomes y squared plus y equals 1. Now, this is our original equation, and now it becomes a quadratic equation in terms of y. So, this is just y squared plus y minus 1 equals 0. And since it is a quadratic equation, we can now solve for the value of y. Let's use the quadratic formula. So, we have y equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, the value of a must be the coefficient of y squared, which is 1. The b is the coefficient of y, which is 1 also. And c is the constant term, which is negative 1. Now, let's replace all this a with 1. And also, let's replace all of this b with 1 also. And this variable c with negative 1. Now, if we simplify the number inside the radical sign, we have 1 squared, or simply 1. Negative 4 times negative 1, we have positive 4. And 1 plus 4, sure enough, we get square root of 5. So, we have the value of y. We have negative 1 plus or minus square root of 5 all over 2. And also take note that this y must be equivalent to e raised to the power of x. And this e raised to the power of x must be greater than 0. So the graph of this, if we have a Cartesian plane like this, the graph must be look something like this. It doesn't touch to the x-axis, or simply y cannot be equal to 0. So y must be greater than 0. Therefore, this y cannot be negative 1 minus square root of 5 divided by 2. Therefore, the value of y, the only possible value of y, must be equal to negative 1 plus square root of 5 all over 2. And now, since they are both equal to y, so we can say that e raised to the power of x must be equal to negative 1 plus square root of 5 all over 2. Now, our goal is to solve for the value of x, not the value of y. Alright, now from this one, let's take the ln on both sides, the natural log on both sides, and we will use some properties of natural log. Now, take note, when we have natural log of b raised to the power of a, it must be equal to a multiplied by ln of b. So, the left-hand side of our equation, we can write this as x multiplied by ln of e. But ln of e must be equal to 1 because the base here is just e also. So ln e to the base of e must be equal to 1. So ln e, this ln e just equal to 1. So the left-hand side is just x. And that is the value of x. Therefore, the value of x given this equation, e raised to the power of x plus e raised to the power of 2x equals 1, we get ln of -1 plus square root of 5 all over 2. And that is the value of x. And as always, we are